Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your great support always. I'm so grateful for your continued support to this channel. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You are not going to believe this. As 6 candidates sneaked into the ongoing IEBC interviews. So the panel holds exclusive mandate to shortlist candidates. And yet, after shortlisting the candidates that of course applied to be the next IEBC commissioners, and the list was published and gazetted, all of a sudden, six candidates from nowhere being sneaked into the ongoing IEBC interviews as the number increased from 105 to 111. Is there something fishy that is happening here in this issue of IEBC? Because remember, also, former lawyer of William Ruto that defended him at, of course, International Criminal Court, ICC, Katwa Kigen, was also one of the individuals. So, former lawyer of William Ruto, his name was sneaked, was not shortlisted. When Nelson Harvey came out questioning about the Kigen, and then later, Katwa Kigen is dropping from that issue of IEBC. Yana anajiondoa, Is there something fishy that is happening in this IEBC panel? I want you to listen to more details. But before we watch, as you always do, ensure you like the video. When you like the video, you automatically support the work that I'm doing in this channel, because sometimes you watch and you forget liking the video. So this is just a reminder. As you watch, please consider liking the video. Thank you so much for that like.
And the IEBC selection panel is facing mounting questions about its silence on the sudden inclusion of 6 additional candidates for the position of IEBC commissioners. This unexpected twist has sparked controversy, raising questions about transparency and accountability in a process already tainted by skepticism from the opposition. The initial list, published on March the 14th, 2025, featured 105 candidates vying for the coveted positions. But just 11 days later, on the 25th of March, the list expanded to 111 candidates, a change that was not properly explained. So, what happened during those 11 days? Were these 6 names an afterthought pulled out of thin air, or simply forgotten? Let's begin our broadcast with our very own Melita Olatingis.
For an institution already struggling with public trust, the IEBC's track record with its commissioners has been less than stellar. The latest drama surrounding 6 extra names serving the latest query among Kenyans. The selection panel, led by Nelson Makanda, has failed to provide any satisfactory explanation, merely suggesting they forgot to include the names. On March 14th, the panel published the initial list of 105 candidates, but on March 25th, the list swelled to 111, sparking questions about how these 6 candidates made the cut so late in the process. The 6 names added to the vetting list are Hassan Nur Hassan, Jibril Maalim Mohamed, Michaels Ben Oliewo, Charles Kipiegon Mutai, Stephen Kibet Ngeno, and Joel Muita Daniel. Despite Citizen TV's inquiries, the selection panel has remained tight-lipped. The only explanation so far from the chairperson has been vague, stating that the mandate to shortlist belongs to the panel. The nation should wait for the list of 11 nominees to judge us. We shall do Kenyans proud. Makanda's response lacking the necessary explanation on why the names were left out at the initial stage, despite all the candidates submitting their documents by the required deadline. With the interviews of the 111 shortlisted candidates set to conclude by May 12th, the selection panel will then submit 2 names for the chairperson position and 9 for the commissioners. From there, the president will select the final chairperson and 6 commissioners. But with the 6 surprise candidates, the question of public trust in the electoral body will remain a dark cloud.
At the end, that there was opaqueness. Things were not being shown to the public.
With recent events in mind regarding the hurried recruitment of 4 commissioners in the last IEBC still fresh in the collective memory of Kenyans, the selection panel is likely to create yet another flashpoint on a sensitive matter: election management. Melita Oletenges, Citizen TV.
I'm sure that there's something that is being cooked in this IEBC. That is something that I'm sure of. And I don't have any doubt. Because you cannot tell me that this IEBC panel, they have a duty of shortlisting who? These candidates. And of course, these candidates, later, they are to be interviewed. Then, they propose. When they shortlisted 105 candidates, and that is the number we knew, what happened? What happened? That now, we are having 111 rather than having 105. There's something here. Waligundua, kuna ule mtu yetu ilikuwa inatakana akae pale, wacha tumweke. You know? Kuna conversation you want to have behind the scene about the IEBC, and it is about 2027. Of course, even if you are preparing for IEBC for 2027, kuna viongozi pia behind the scene wanajipanga kuhakikisha kwamba 2027 wanaenda kuwa declared winners. Then after that watakuja kusema so mlikuwa na madharau, mlisema Gen Z vitu gani? Na sio tumeshinda. Hivyo ndio watasema. And I'm telling you, William Ruto akipita 2027, sijui tutajificha wapi. Utasikia ataanza kusema, sumulipanga. I'm still the president. I do what I want now because atajua kwamba ako second term. Na kuna chochote kitamtisha. And that is where we are. That is where we are. So when I saw that these candidates wanaongezwa pale, wale wanaingia late ndio jina zao zinakuwa first priority pale. Then wakishakuwa first priority utasikia hawa 6, maybe 3 of them wamekuwa hapa. Kwa sababu hao watu wanakuwa na discussion, wanasema hapana, pale hatuoni mtu atarepresent issues zetu pale kwa IEBC commissioners because the interview of the chairperson ilikuwa imeisha. Sahi ni ya IEBC commissioners. So it is so shocking because look at the inserted 6 names: Hassan Nur Hassan, Jibril Mali Mohammed, Michaels Ben Oliewo, Charles Kipiegon Mutai, Stephen Kibet Ngengo, Joel Mwita Daniel. Then you tell me you still having you are still having an assurance that these individuals are going to do their work. No, they are not going to do their work. Why? Because some behind the scene, they are interfering and manipulating the process. So it might not be to favor Kenyans, but it is going to favor William Ruto. What do you think? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till we meet in another video.